Let's take a look at a cool prophecy that bridges the Old Testament and the New Testament. In chapter 7 of the book of Daniel, Daniel saw a vision of 4 successive kingdoms that would reign over the Jewish people, starting with Babylon. We already know from history who these kingdoms were, and the Bible actually gives us the interpretation. Of the 4th kingdom, he wrote, "Out of this kingdom 10 kings will arise, and another will arise after them, and he will be different from the previous ones, and will humble 3 kings." This brings us to Rome and Emperor Vespasian, who outlasted Galba, Otho, and Vitellius, as they each vied for the throne in the year of 4 emperors, in AD 69, following Nero's suicide. And they, the Jewish people, will be handed over to him for a time, times, and half a time. Time, times, and half a time is translated from an Aramaic phrase that means 3.5 years. This is a prophecy of the First Jewish-Roman War. Vespasian presided over this war for 3.5 years from 69 AD to 73 AD, just as prophesied. In other places, this war is called the Great Tribulation. And it also says in Daniel 7, "I kept looking in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven, one like a son of man was coming. And he came up to the Ancient of Days and was presented before him. And to him was given dominion, honor, and a kingdom, so that all peoples, nations, and populations of all languages might serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which will not pass away, and his kingdom is one which will not be destroyed." Jesus came 40 years, a generation span, prior to that war with Rome, and he said that he was the Son of Man that Daniel had seen in that vision. Truly I say to you, there are some of those who are standing here who will not taste death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Jesus, speaking here at the time of Tiberius, said some would see the events that would usher in his kingdom. What was the kingdom prophesied to be? All peoples, nations, and populations of languages might serve him. In Daniel 2, there was a parallel vision with less detail, but it gives us a little more info. A giant statue of 4 metals represented the 4 kingdoms. Suddenly, a stone not cut out by human hands struck the statue on his feet and crushed it. The stone then became a mountain that filled the whole earth. Again, we're told the meaning of the prophecy. "And in the days of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom." There's our kingdom again, "which will never be destroyed, and that kingdom will not be left for another people. It will crush and put an end to all these kingdoms, but it will itself endure forever." 2 visions, Daniel 7, Daniel 2, saying the same thing. The kingdom was to start small during the Roman Empire at the time of the war between the Jews and Rome, and then spread over the whole earth to the point that people from all nations and languages would serve Jesus, the Son of Man, in Daniel's vision. Peace, and have fun exploring all the extraordinary evidence. We believe there's a mountain of evidence, so let's start at the base and climb all the way to the top.